Despite the great technological development, there are natural phenomena that have remained secret throughout the ages, and science has not been able to explain them to this day. Today we present to you a list of 10 natural phenomena that science cannot explain. 10th. Communication between mind and body. Medical science is still at the beginning to understand how the body responds to the orders of the mind, for example the effect of placebo, since people may believe that a drug has side effects such as these symptoms actually show them and even more one's faith. This is one of the mental phenomena that medicine cannot yet explain, how the mind then works and communicates with the body. Ninth. For psychological strength. The perception of events and sensing of risks, so that this point has to do with intuition, is a phenomenon that science cannot explain, since scientists are divided into two parts. The first is believed to be an immeasurable property and cannot be predicted for placing it in the tests of the teacher. The test can work properly on an appropriate person, but if these opinions are true, we will never be able to discover the secret of this phenomenon. 8th. Getting closer to death. He spoke a lot to hear that someone was close to death but miraculously tortured by God. The experience itself is a mystery and no one can remember exactly what he felt then, or whether on the other side of the world or what. 7th. UFO. There is no doubt that UFO is a UFO, which is an abbreviation of unknown flying objects. There are many reports of witnesses who saw with their own eyes strange vehicles flying in the sky, including these pilots in the American Air Force, and many of what they saw as external spacecraft trying to study the land or occupation, but the problem also that we did not get tangible evidence of the existence of UFO, and still investigations trying to resolve puzzle. 5. Déjà vu. Déjà vu is a French term meaning I have already seen you, a term to describe the feeling that you have seen or experienced this person before. It is very similar to the interpretation of intuition, but psychology remains insufficient to explain the phenomenon alone, but it is clear that the interpretation of natural events has become ambiguous. 5thly. For ghosts. Ghost appeared as the spirit of the dead in Shakespeare's Macbeth play, which became the principal of many of the many horror films later on. But the problem is that some people have been told to see strange shadows in many places. Although there is no concrete evidence of the existence of ghosts, there are many eyewitnesses and images that appear, and ghost investigators hope to find physical evidence someday to put an end to this strange phenomenon. 4thly. To hide the mysterious. People disappear for a variety of reasons, such as escape, accidents, kidnapping, or murder, but this has not happened in the cases we are talking about now. Many examples of this mysterious disappearance, from the disappearance of Marie Celeste Screw to Jimmy Hoffa, Emily Earhart, Tally Holloway, and some other people disappeared without trace. Even the police could not find the necessary evidence and the crimes remain unresolved. 3rdly. Intuition. In our eye world we call sixth sense, and I think we all have experienced the event or the inner feeling about something without a logical reason more than once. Psychologists believe that the explanation for the existence of the sensation is the result of the integration of the subconscious with the world around him, which leads us to know some information that may not have been related to logic, but it is just a sense. But the problem that intuition is a complex process in many sciences, and psychology cannot be interpreted alone. 2nd. Bigfoot. For decades, the long-haired animal and the human-like Bigfoot body have been documented by eyewitness accounts in various states of America. Although thousands are expected to be produced as a result of the breeding cycle, scientists have not been able to find one body of the animal. Not even by fishermen. Here scientists begin to be confused by eyewitnesses, photos and video clips and their inability to find bones or even teeth of this animal, and since there is no strong evidence that cannot know, science is expected to wait for the emergence of no doubt in his presence. First, Taos hum. The city of Taos is one of the cities of Mexico. All those who have visited it until their inhabitants hear low-frequency hum in the air of the desert around it. It is strange that only about 2% of the population officially reported this hum. There are those who believe that this hum is the result of a group of unusual audio devices, and there are those who believe that they are astronomers, and there are those who also believe that there is a secret behind it, and whatever the reason is not specified so far. You notice from the above that the most puzzling mysteries fall because of the human soul either within it or its consequences, which means that yourself is the biggest puzzle you can see in your life. So you are not only scientists,